And welcome to the last game of the evening, the highly anticipated match between the Scarborough Sharks and the Phoenix Futsal WA. Phoenix without Ali Milham, who's on a plane home from Bali at the moment, but I'm sure that, well, he won't be watching. His phone will be in aeroplane mode, but I'm sure otherwise he would be. And last time these two sides met, it was a 4-4 draw. In the transfer window, a couple of inclusions for both sides. Miguel Oliveira joining from Phoenix to Sharks, and Bharat Jaja moving from Sharks to Phoenix. So high stakes for both teams. Both sides need a win to keep themselves in finals contention. The Sharks are at full strength today. A very good starting four. Graja, Nolan, Chevelle, De Oliveira, and Nenadic at the back. And for Phoenix, it's the captain, Bakar Zayed. Bharat Jaja at target, rather. Omid Ishragian, who moved over from the West Coast Cobras in the mid-season window. And Khaled Salah, former B-League top goal scorer Jack Rat, makes his return on the bench with Abdul Farah. Nick Kirkby, the Nationals keeper for both organisations, and Mo Tatonchi. And on the bench for Scarborough Sharks, it's Amir, the Cheese, Fedibegovic, Brandon Estazin, Tyler Tate, and Gareth Chevelle. And as we get underway, it's Jaja to Zayed, Awad to Khaled Salah. And Salah, the Sharks pressing early. And he gives it away. Ashragian can't keep it in. And Nenadic, he'll sit at the back all day. De Oliveira, you're bound to see a couple of tricks and step-overs from him. Nenadic, De Oliveira wants it through the middle, cut out by Zayed. And you can see already it's a very high tempo this match is being played at. And you can bank on it being that way for pretty much the whole game. Both sides are going to be pressing, going hard into challenges and trying to win every loose ball as they know what's up for grabs. A loss for Phoenix here, and they're almost going to be out of finals contention. A loss for Sharks here, and they probably will be. So it can't get any more important than this. 9:30 on a Saturday night. But energy levels are higher than ever. As Chevelle, he gets the first shot of the game. This one deflects behind, and Sharks have a sideline ball. Nolan will lay it off to Nenadic, who goes back out to Chevelle. Chevelle wasn't listed on the team sheet earlier, I don't believe, so there might be a late inclusion, or he might be a late inclusion. The Black Panther, as some call him. And a very important late inclusion is that. Zayed to Salah. In the middle to Zayed, to Chachar at target. And lays it off back to Salah. But it's a good save from Hingrasha. And doesn't look like Middleton's on the bench today. Hingrasha, who's been playing half a game as of late, is going to be playing the whole match. It's good to see the Indian back and better than ever. As Nolan, Chevelle, Nenadic almost crashes into the referee. Nenadic checks his run. Nolan opts for Chevelle instead. It's intercepted by Salah, and Salah's got it in behind. But it's a good save by Hingrasha. And chances at either end. Salah, Ashragian, intercepted by Chevelle. Zayed leaves for Al Mohammed. And Zayed under pressure by De Oliveira. And it's not a foul. It is. Zayed not happy. Former teammates going at it. And Ashragian will get the ball deep in his half. Salah in the middle. Jaja. Handball by Nenadic. It's missed by the referee. De Oliveira. Out wide to Chevelle. De Oliveira again. And is that a foul? It is. Jaja thinks he went down easy. De Oliveira's not happy. And the yellow card's in the hand of Tina Campos, but it doesn't look like she's issued it. Okay. Looks like Jaja gets away with a yellow card there. It's in Campos's hand the whole time. But a foul at either end now. And Nolan, ball spills loose. And there's a shirt pull there. It looks like the free kick's going the way of the Sharks. It's on the edge of the tee. It's a big call from Campos and a chance now for the Sharks to take the lead. Very nearly a penalty. And free kicks were scored in the previous game between these two sides. Chevelle, the equaliser to make it 4-4, but I believe that there was a Phoenix set piece. Not 100% sure of the goal scorer. I think it might have been Sayed, but it was from a very similar position to this. So we'll see if De Oliveira, wearing the opposite kit, can replicate it. And that one looks like it was blocked on the line. A great goal line block by Jar Jar, who was brave and didn't flinch. And Nolan looking for the back post, but intercepted by Sayed, who's one of the best defenders in the league. They go for the back post again. And now Phoenix have a counter. Ashragian tries to cut beyond Nenadic, can't do so. And a looping throw from Hingrasha, brought down nicely by Nolan. Chevelle with the long ball. And De Oliveira acknowledges the pass. And some exciting games this weekend. So many upsets. The Pumas beating the Cobras, Factory beating the ECU Jets, Northern Hawks beating the Andinos, and Condors beating Futsal. So 5 upsets. Every side that won was below their respective opponent on the ladder. And the Sharks are below Phoenix at the moment. So does that mean what we're all thinking, or can the Phoenix become the anomaly of the week? That one was hard to get off the tongue, but we got there in the end. So far, it's too close to call. Jar Jar, Nenadic pressing high. Was there a foul in there? There was. Ashrakian goes down. Handshakes exchanged with De Oliveira. And Sayed picking up the yellow card, even though the foul went the way of the Phoenix. So interesting. Sayed scoops it, looking for Jar Jar. As we see the first substitute of the match made, it's Gareth Chevelle linking up with his brother Josh. Nenadic to the bench. Was there a handball there? Referee hasn't called it. Ashrakian being pressed. Ustazen the other one on now. And Ustazen can go to the back post. Blocked by Sayed. He's always in the right place to make those interceptions. Chevelle, and blocked by Salah. He's had a breakout season, Khaled Salah. He's stepped up in times of Ali Milham's absence. Chevelle, who stays in the middle, one back by Shruggin. Jar Jar, last man, not his usual position. And now Sayed on the flank, again, not his usual position. Salah. Jar Jar, who's dictating play at the back now. And the ball to Sayed, lays it off to Salah. Back to Sayed, reverse ball to Salah. Jar Jar with the supporting run, however, finds his way out to the captain. One-on-one with Chevelle, loses out. And now a chance on the break for Sharks. A 2-on-1, who stays in. Nolan's to the back post, but what an interception that is by Jar Jar. He's gone down. He might have pulled a muscle. We hope for Barat's sake he hasn't. And Chevelle puts it out. He does the sportsman-like thing as Jar Jar and Ashrakian both come off to the bench, route into Tonchion. What a fast start we've had so far, Luke.
Yeah, it's been end-to-end stuff. I've really enjoyed the opening 8 minutes or so. That was good sportsmanship there from both teams, kicking the ball back. But 2 fouls each, and I have a feeling this game is about to heat up. Obviously, we've got the bit of the storyline with, obviously, De Oliveira and Barat Jar Jar switching sides halfway through the season. And that's Gareth Chevelle. He's on the ball, passes to his brother Josh. So another interesting fact about the Sharks boys, they've got 2 Ustazens, 2 Chevelles, and then they're cousins with each other. So it's a family affair going on over at the Sharks camp. And Mototonchi makes his long-awaited return. I say long-awaited, he did play 2 weeks ago, but another injury. And he's back on the ball here, Mototonchi. The Flash, they call him. Jack Rout's got it here, number 4. You often see him at Revo Sports on a Wednesday. Totonchi, Al-Karahuli, Rout. He gets the ball stuck under his feet, gives it to Salah. He looked for the 1-2 with Rout. It was a good idea. Salah's checking out. Abdul Farah is coming on, the number 9. Gareth Treville. Gareth Treville, he gives it to his brother Josh. Gareth's got it at the back. They call him the Iron Man. Ustazen gives it to Treville. Gives it forward, looking for Josh, the Black Panther Treville. He couldn't quite bring that one under his spell. Jack Rout's got it. He looks forward, plays it to Farah. So Rout always wants to get on with it. He's always in a bit of a hurry, which is a good way to play, especially in games like this where it's so frenetic. Muzzy does well in goal there, rolls it out to Totonchi. How's he going to be on his first game back from injury? Totonchi to Rout. Farah. He has a bit of a shot. It's a bit of a shot in anger and it's being blocked. So I think for everyone watching at home, and myself included, I want to see De Oliveira come back on, as the game seems to have a bit of space when he's playing. Al-Karahuli. That's an easy one for Hingragia. That's his first proper save of the game. So after a frenetic start, it's starting to cool down a little bit here. I'm sure it's only moments away from heating back up again. Chevelle gives it to his brother Josh, who stays, and that's Brandon. Plays down the line to his brother Matt. So we've got both the siblings on and cousins as well. It's a family affair on the court with Hingragia, their adopted brother. Al-Karahuli. He needs Rat to check in there. He really needs to run through the middle. Totonchi. It's a loose ball, and Ustazen's got a chance. Brandon Ustazen gives it to his brother Matt. He gets it forward under his foot. And Chevelle mops up at the back. It was a great idea there from Josh Chevelle. Ustazen needs to work both ways as the Phoenix run a counter-attack, and Ustazen and Totonchi were holding hands there in their own half. And Chevelle's off. Spear of the Hero is back on. The number 15 normally plays at the back. He's run to target. Matt Ustazen has it, gives it to Gareth Chevelle. Gives it wide to Brandon Ustazen. Spiro and Endich. He's a cultured and experienced player at the back. He's been playing this game for many, many years. That's a beautiful ball down the line. Ustazen to Gareth Chevelle. Oh, that was been such a well-worked goal. Jack Rout over the top. Farah miscontrols it. Hingragia, not too confident with his feet there, kicks it out. Better than conceding a goal. Farah switches the play. Too much on that one. Al-Karahuli couldn't quite bring that one under control, and Ty Tadel restart the play as he steps on for his first moments of the game. Here he is here. Spiro. He won't be happy with that ball. He did expect better from himself there. There he is there, mopping up. That's what he's good at. Some sharp feet there from Ty Tate, but loses out. He stays in, goes forward to Tate. Does well. A makeshift target. Ustazen. It's a good shot from Brandon Ustazen. Jack Rout comes forward. So we've got Brandon Ustazen, the number 6, and Josh Chevelle, the number 10, who we've played with a few times as they came to the Supa-Liga Australian Championships with us, the West Coast Cobras, in September 2022. Two very good players that I rate very highly. Sharks are a club full of great individual players, and when they get it right on the court, especially with the likes of Nolan and Chevelle, Ustazen, De Oliveira. They're an exceptional team, and they're very, very hard to beat when they're on. It's just a bit of consistency they're lacked every now and then, but when they get that right, they'll be back up the top, and I'm sure contending for the title again. As Flynn Nolan, you'll see him coming on there right, and he wasn't looking at the ball as Ingraja rolled out to him, and the ball's been dispossessed. Farah on that on his right. Ingraja, will he pass someone that's looking this time? He does. Ustazen plays the line to Flynn Nolan. If he can put it across, oh, he got a suck under his foot there, Nolan. That's a nice touch by Tonchi. That's what he's good at. He's great at one-touch futsal. I know they used to call him the Speed Hunter. I think he's kind of shaken that nickname now. But we're going to bring it back. Flynn Nolan, if he can find the switch, he has. What a ball that was. Ustazen. He toe pokes it wide. He never quite looked like he had that under full control, but that was a great reverse ball there by Flynn Nolan. Omid Astragian, he's a mid-season transfer. Here he is coming forward. The pass master from last. He could get his open as a can, and he hasn't. Al-Karahuli needs to put a bit more pepper on that. But that's what Omid Astragian's good at. And that was a nice shot from Jar Jar. Yeah, that's what Omid Astragian's good at. He transferred from us at the West Coast Cobras midway through this season, and he'll definitely be important if Phoenix are to get their spot in the finals. And that's a timeout for the Scarborough Sharks, and we'll go to a quick break.
And with 4 minutes left in the first half, neither side yet to break the deadlock. Quite a cagey affair. Both teams with really good chances. And honestly inseparable in terms of who has had the better opportunities. Nedadic finds himself with a lot of space on the flank. Beats Salah and still going. And Al Mohammed looks like he's gotten fouled here. He's gone down and he's injured. So Nick Kirkby, who was planning to come in at halftime, might have to come in a couple of minutes earlier. He's just taping his wrists up at the moment, so he's going to have to get a move on. How are you? Yeah, Al Mohammed does look hurt, so we'll just have a momentary break and be back in a second. Bakazayed to take the free kick deep in the Phoenix defensive half. It's a poor free kick by Futsal standards. You'd expect better from the captain. He's gone for the scoop ship, but it's come off his foot awkwardly. He's an excellent player. Played for plenty of clubs around Perth. Started off his career at Melville Spirit before moving to Carioca. Had a small stint at Cambio Cumbre. Then went on a year or so hiatus where he got himself into amazing shape and came back to Spearwood Lions and has been there up until this season where he moved to Phoenix after the Spearwood Lions men's team folded. Still currently playing with a lot of his former teammates in Nick Herkby and Mo Tatonchi. Ali Milham, the other one that's missing, but he's obviously absent from tonight's fixture. Ali Milham, the current league Golden Boot leader. John Connolly in second on 13 goals, but Ali Milham, 16 goals in 8 games is quite amazing. So it's a very big out for Phoenix and a good opportunity for Sharks to get something out of the game on what otherwise would have been a tougher contest for them. De Oliveira draws a foul, very smart, and exchanges a friendly handshake with Omid Ashragian. No bad blood between the two superstars. De Oliveira has really made a good impression on Sharks coach Tom Lynch since coming over. He was at the start for Phoenix last season, but after they were the busiest side in terms of transfers in the off-season, he found himself undervalued in the position he was in. And what a goal that is from Nolan on the brink of halftime. The man who was the top scorer for WA at AFA Nationals hits the back of the net once again. There's no way Al Mohammed could stop that one. It was belted into the bottom left corner. Sharks take a deserved 1-goal lead. And De Oliveira will be hoping to one-up his new team, or one-up his old team rather, as he fires that one off. It's blocked and ends up in the hands of Al Mohammed. A shrug in. And Phoenix maintain possession of the ball. De Oliveira not happy with the call from referee Campos. It's a hard one to judge, but I think she got it right. Charger down the line. Zayed, is that a foul? Nolan pushed him. It is. And it's just outside the box by the looks of things. Will Nolan see yellow? The referee gives him one more chance. De Oliveira deliberating, but they've got to set up for this free kick. With 1 minute and 43 seconds after just taking the lead, they won't want to squander it going into the half-time break. Charger standing over it. Jack Rout at the top of the D, who's a renowned goal scorer, has got an excellent finish on them. He goes for Zayed at the back post. Zayed's poor touch lets him down. And Hinkrasha with a quick release. Got a bit lucky to be given the benefit of the doubt there. Zayed's said to have obstructed him. Oh, okay. My bad, I didn't see it. I thought Hinkrasha released it too early, but Zayed did obstruct him by the looks of things. Is Amir Federbegovic on, and it's a good ball inside. De Oliveira looking to round Al Mohammed, but can't do so. The big cheese, Amir Federbegovic, getting involved in things immediately. And Jack Rout, De Oliveira defends well, uses Hinkrasha, finds the big cheese up top at target. He's tried to bully his way through, but can't do so. A shrug in, won by De Oliveira. Can't beat a shrug in. Chevelle now, given away. A heavy touch from Rout. Falls to a shrug in. And now Rout in the middle. Zayed beats 2. And what a save that is from Hinkrasha. Off the toe with Bakar Zayed. Got down low at his right-hand corner. Jack Rout leaves for Charger. It's a wayward effort from Berat Charger. He does have a monster of a shot on him. He can score from any square meter of the court. As Hinkrasha plays it short to the feet of Chevelle. And we're approaching the final minute of the half. De Oliveira, Ustazen, back to De Oliveira. Goes over the top looking for Ustazen. Chevelle ends up flicking it on. A shrug in, who's covered every inch of the court this half, wins it back for them. Charger across the court. A shrug in. Through to Zayed. But Hingrash has been stellar this first half. And he fields again. Who stays in, being pressed. Zayed, a shrug-ins with him. Zayed on the turn. He's lethal from those kind of situations, but he pulled back his shot too far across the face of goal this time. Chevelle in the middle. Nolan holds it up. De Oliveira's running off him, and so is who stays in. Nolan to Chevelle. And Chevelle goes for the shot. Al Mohammed stepped out of position, but reacted at the last second to get the leg down. And De Oliveira uses Chevelle up the line. Chevelle goes for the shot. That one not troubling Al Mohammed. And with 15 seconds left, the Phoenix have what it takes to respond before halftime. Rat's getting stuck in there. Zayed's in support on the right. Rat looks to go himself. Rat can't keep it in. And with 6 seconds left, the Sharks will look to run the clock down. De Oliveira, back post, who stays in on the brink of halftime as the whistle goes. Brandon, who stays in, doubles the lead. Now, will it count? That is the question. It looks like the goal will stand. It was an excellent goal, an excellent ball from Miguel De Oliveira through to Brandon Ustazen, who added the finishing touch. And going into halftime, it looks like the Sharks will hold the 2-goal lead. So Brandon Ustazen's goal, quite literally on halftime, will stand as the Sharks lead 2-0. Flynn Nolan taking kickoff, the number 8 scorer of the first goal for the Sharks that put them into the lead. Chevelle, Tyler Tate on for his first minutes of the match now. And Tate, they're pressing high now, Phoenix. You can see the hunger in their body language to get back in this game. Zayed, was there a foul? Chevelle, pandemonium, but no whistle's gone yet. And the Sharks end up getting a bit more fluent possession. Chevelle looks to go down the line, flicks it into touch. To Tonchi. Route to Tonchi, to Farah. And a great interception by Nolan. Matt Ustazen's on the right. A big chance now. Ustazen. That's an amazing finish from an acute angle. Chipped it over Nick Kirkby. in the slightest. And now the Sharks are out to a 3-goal lead, but they can't get too comfortable. They led the earlier fixture 3-1 deep into the match and found themselves 4-3 down inside the final minute. Phoenix do have what it takes to come back from these situations, as Nolan has got into the bench there. We hope he's okay. Farah finds Zayed, who's moved to a higher position at target. Turns well and shoots, but the shot can't find the goal. Hingraja, a long ball looking for Nolan, who brings it down. And the sideline ball has gone the way of the Sharks. Tonchi thinks it should be an orange ball. Referee Tina Campos agrees. And now it's Zayed to Farah. Farah, a great through ball. Zayed, can he finish with the back heel? It's an amazing goal by the captain. He stood up when his team needed him most. And now the Phoenix are back in the game. It's a deserving goal. You have to admit, they had enough chances to ruin Jigga Hingraja's clean sheet in the first half, but it's taken them to the 23rd minute to be able to do so. As we're saying that, Nolan with an almost instant response on the turn. A venomous effort. Rat had to keep that one on the floor. He made it hard for Farah to control. Chevelle across the court to Nolan, who's looking lively as usual. Rat with the header, flicked on by Tatonchi. And now Farah, but it rolls into touch.
Yeah, it's been a fast start this half. Goals coming of Madu Stazen and back at Al Karahuli with the class back heel. And talking about class back heels, Flynn Nolan, that was very good. Al Karahuli's holding it up. He'll want to get a second. He gives it wide to Farah. He was looking for the back post. What a tackle that was by Josh Chevelle, the number 10, the Black Panther. To Tonchi, to Al Karahuli, to Rat. He tries to cut it back, and 2 blocks there from Gareth Chevelle. Exceptional defending here from the Sharks boys. Both the Chevelle brothers putting their bodies on the line for their club. Rat's going to take this. The Social League Warrior goes down the line to Farah, and that'll be another corner. Madu stays and subs off after scoring a goal. Jack Rat to Farah, to Mo Tatonchi. He'll want to go one-on-one, I imagine. He chips it into Chevelle, but he gets back to Tonchi, and Kirkby's under pressure. He gives it to Gareth Chevelle, to Josh Chevelle, and he wanted the back heel. And that's another good throw from Nick Kirkby. Al Karahuli, he's ditched playing at the back, and he just wants to go target now. He obviously thinks he's the best option to get the goals. And who can blame him? That was a cultured finish at the last. Hingraja rolls it out, Chevelle. Nolan brings it down. He's holding it up well. He's being turned, and a foul given against Flynn Nolan. That's an interesting call there from referee Tana Campos. We've got a little bit of a break in play here. Not 100% sure what's going on. Oh, we're mopping the court. Good call there from Tana Campos. Flynn Nolan doesn't agree. So we've got a matchup on the other end of the court that you can't see. Spirin and Endich and back at Al Karahuli, 2 heavyweights of the game. And I mean heavyweights. Tonchi. Tonchi. Goes long and Al-Karahuli's going to end up with it. That's going to be a side ball. It's going to be a chance for Tonchi to use some quick feet. Here he is here, Tonchi. There we are, that was nice. Farah on the, just toe post into the side netting, but that was great play from Mo Tonchi, the speed hunter. And then Endish, that's a nice reverse ball to Chevelle. He gives it to Stazen. This will be some goal. If Flynn Nolan can finish it, he can't. He stumbles on it. And Tonchi's coming. He stumbles as well, but he keeps up. That's a nice flick from Al-Karahuli. Tonchi, 1-2. Good save from Hingragia, and Farah's been dragged down. Ustazen, he might have got away with one there. And Nolan did enough, and Ustazen can finish it. He can't. Good save by Kirkby. Spirit and Endish goes through the back of Abdul Farah. Abdul Farah, he's coming off. Omid Ashragian's coming on. Back at Al-Karahuli. Tana Campos getting this game under control. Coach Tom Lynch and Coach Diego Garcia respectively, having a little bit of back and forth on the bench. We don't mind it. Omid Ashragian with an interesting time to do a Rabona, and Ustazen's coming the other way. Chevelle, good block there by Omid Ashragian. That's what he's known for, his defensive work rate. And Bharat Jarjar, he wants to get on with it. Al-Karahuli. Brad Jarjar, he brings it forward. This game's getting extremely stretched and not an ideal time to sub there from Al-Karahuli. Javel's coming forward, and that's a nice ball. De Oliveira on the right, Jarjar off the back post. Brad Jarjar, he looks up, he's assessing his options. He wants to dictate the play. Nice run forward, and if he'd have just turned half a second earlier, that was a great ball there from Omid Ashragian. Nandich is going to take this. Goes with his left. He stays and wins out, I thought, and he does. Ashragian, he wanted that. He stays and wants it more. And then Nandich down the line to De Oliveira. Good hold-up play. Miguel De Oliveira. Jack Rout's going to take this side ball. He looks up. Chevelle pressing very high here. Phoenix playing a dangerous game. And great pressure there from Josh Chevelle. I'd say Nick Kirkby's going to go long here. Good throw. Great touch by Jack Rout. They've got a 2v2. Then Nandich loses out, and Jigar Hingragia, he did just about enough there to get rid. He's played an exceptional game, Hingragia. This is turning into a bit of a back and forth long ball, as it was a nice ball from Omid Ashragian, and Jarjar kicked it out. That definitely wasn't a Phoenix ball, but they could be the beneficiary of a poor referee decision here. And then Dish well blocked. Ashragian will have to do more than that to beat him. De Oliveira is going the other way. And good save there from Kirkby, but that's great endeavour from De Oliveira, running the length of the court. It was exceptional from the number 11. He stays in. And then Nendich puts it on his left. Chevelle, that's a great ball. Oh, good dummy there from De Oliveira, but Omid Ashragian's run out. It's a 3v2. They need to use this. Bharat Jarjar went to the near post. He'll get a second opportunity. Jarjar's fallen to Tonchi, and he's busted it wide. Let's take a breath. Jigger and Gragio wants everyone to calm down. The time has been stopped. We've got another wipe of the court about to happen. I think that was probably when Tatonchi slipped. We've got Annie Leyland coming on here with the towel. Brandon Oosthuizen's looking composed. You feeling composed, Brandon?
No.
He's not composed. He's feeling the pressure.
We have a history of throwing it in the last minute, so hopefully that doesn't happen tonight.
Maybe another 2 goals will probably get them over the line, so Oosthuizen wants more goals. Oosthuizen being told off. I'd book him, Tana. Ingragio goes long. Gives it to the opposite end. Jar Jar. There he is, Oosthuizen, my man. Wins the ball, De Oliveira. We've got a 3v2. Step over, and probably one too many there. Tatonchi does enough defensively, but De Oliveira again wins it back. He's played exceptionally tonight. He hasn't quite had the end product as of yet, but he's played extremely well with his work rate. And another good ball there from Kirkby to Barrett Jar Jar, and he's run out of real estate. They probably need to get back at Al Karahuli back on the court and possibly Jack Rout, as they are the goal threats. Flynn Nolan, that was a 50-50 with Omid Ashragi, and Nolan gets the free kick this time, but he has had it against him 1 or 2 times, so he'll feel like he's earned that free kick. De Oliveira is going to take it, I imagine. He goes with the right end, just wide, and yeah, that was probably going in the bottom corner if it didn't take that small deflection. Chavelle's going to go with the block. It's gone through the middle. De Oliveira, and there we go! There's his goal that he wanted so desperately. And that was well finished there from Miguel De Oliveira, the number 11. He'll be happy with that one as he dances off the court. Great finish there from De Oliveira. And a great set piece there. I think that was Flynn Nolan that found Miguel De Oliveira through the middle, and they've had some good link-up since the transfer over. Tonchi brings it forward. He's got so much time. Probably didn't need to slow down. Jar Jar went across. He probably should have gone back. And we heard Oosthuizen say during that little break that they have a history of chucking games in the last few minutes, so they'll want one more to probably seal the deal. Phoenix are dangerous. Good hold-up play again by Brett Jar Jar. Al Karahuli wide. Tatonchi, that's a nice check. 2 checks, gone down the line, battling with Nolan. That was nice. Well battled there from Tatonchi and Nolan. 2 of the quickest players in this league, and Al Karahuli, the target man again, just puts it wide. Ingragio is going to take. It's a side ball here. Chevelle. Oosthuizen gives it to Nolan, and he rolls Jar Jar. And what a goal by Flynn Nolan with the left foot. That was unreal from Flynn Nolan. I don't think Kirkby expected that. I certainly didn't. What a finish that was from Flynn Nolan. He rolled Barrett Jar Jar, and with the toe poke on his left foot, his non-preferred top corner, you do not save those. So 6 minutes remaining, 5-1. We heard Oosthuizen mention to us that they might need a few more if they were to hold on to this, and I think that's going to be enough for them. Is this an upset? Annie Leyland asks. I'm going to say yes, but in balance of the game, this hasn't been an upset at all. Sharks have been absolutely all over Phoenix, probably from start to finish. We've got Flynn Nolan, the Black Panther, Josh Chevelle, the Big Cheese, Amir, all doing their jobs. My favourite player, Brandon Ustazen, and Ingraji has had a stellar game. Obviously, he wants that full-time gig back off Michael Midzi. And with a performance like this, you never know. Both great keepers in their own right. And this game's about to get back under. 6 minutes remaining. Can Phoenix pull something out of nowhere? They've really been second best all game. I'm surprised they haven't employed the fifth man. Obviously no Ali Milham, no Party in terms of the fifth man play. It's kind of just been the long ball strategy today, which can work, especially against teams that do get stretched easy, which Sharks can do, but Sharks have played in a stellar game, both ends of the court, and Ingraji has been a big part of that. Definitely could be a dark horse for player of the match, and Spirin Endic defends Alcarahulia again, and the Black Panthers going for a run here. Josh Chevelle, that's a good first touch, a good second touch. He keeps the ball, that's all he needs to do now. It's a great pass to Gareth Chevelle. He wants it on his left. He doesn't, and what a shot that was from Chevelle, but Nick Kirkby, that was a great save. That was a great save from Nick Kirkby. That was nestling in the bottom corner, and it was just off the ground, so they're extremely hard to save. So they might be going down 5-1, but Kirkby doesn't want to concede anymore. And then Endic, step over. He wanted to go through the legs of Alcarahulia. He says no. Chevelle, composed as ever, gives it to his brother Josh. Gareth. There's Ty Tate. He's back on. He wins the side ball. Ty Tate, a heavyweight at junior level, representing WA on numerous occasions at all the age groups. And Chevelle, he rolls Jar Jar. This could be it. And Chevelle just couldn't quite get on the right-hand side. Kirkby throws long. It's a Jar Jar, and that's a foul. Josh Chevelle comes. That's a water ball. That is from the Black Panther. And a good battle there. Chevelle wins out. Gets the side ball. He's going to look up. Goes through the middle to Ty Tate, and that was probably his moment to get a goal, but the ball was just off the line on this occasion, but it was still, nevertheless, a good ball from Gareth Chevelle. A long ball here, Jar Jar. And Endic is having none of it, and he's won the ball. And when the side ball has Spirin and Endic, Josh Chevelle looks up. It's a chip forward. It's fallen to Gareth, and with the left! What a finish that is from Gareth Chevelle! The veteran showing the young boys how it's done. That was stellar from Gareth Chevelle. They're bowing to him on the bench, and why not? I believe they call him the Iron Man. There's been some exceptional goals scored here from the Scarborough Sharks, and they've got their tails up. This might just be what they need to get their finals pushed back on. With players like Nenendish, Chevelle, both the Chevelles and the Estazens and Chevelle. Not Chevelle. I said Chevelle about 4 times. But you get what I mean. A finals pushing coming from the Scarborough Sharks. Flynn Nolan as well. Alcarahulia, and hopefully this isn't where it all falls apart for Phoenix. This is where it all falls apart for the Phoenix. Obviously no Ali Milham, no Party. Good block there from Chevelle. They're up and about now, the Scarborough boys. Jar Jar's got it at the back. Maybe he regrets leaving Scarborough, as he did transfer halfway through the season, as we mentioned earlier. Ingragia throws it out. Maybe he's playing for time. I don't think he realizes it's stop clock. Alcara Hurley, he wants it. He's probably going to try and buy a goal or a penalty. A minute 53 remaining. I think it would take more than a miracle to get this game back level. And that was high, wide, and not very handsome. Flynn Nolan checks back in. The veteran Chevelle checks off. The Cheese tries to hold it up. Can't quite get it over to Flynn Nolan. Chevelle, he brings it down. Good touch there. Fedovic has got time. Chevelle, he looks up. Good ball there from Nolan and Chevelle. Good interplay. Tate tried to go for the ball over the top to Chevelle. Side ball, and I can see a long ball coming as Chevelle is one-on-one up top with Jack Rout. Flynn Nolan needs to get out of his space. They're checking in and out. Good play there from the two Scarborough Sharks players. Jack Rout flicks out. Amir, the Cheese, gives it back to Tate. Rout off Alcara and he busted over. I mean, he's had upwards of 10 shots himself this game. And a timeout's called by Scarborough. I'm not going to say it's unnecessary, but it definitely is. So that's 6-1. This game probably just petering out as a contest. It was hotly contested early on. But Phoenix clearly missing the likes of James Eustace, who played earlier today in the Men's Supa-Liga B, picking himself an MVP. Ali Milham, of course, the superstar, the ex-MVP of this league. I think Amir Azimi as well. It's kind of looked a bit like, for the Phoenix boys, hit to Alcara and Jar Jar and hope they can produce some magic. Tatonchi still looks slightly injured. Obviously, I think he's done a favour and is playing injured as they were a bit down with players today. Just one of them things, so you can only commend him. But Scarborough have been stellar. He stays in. Josh Chevelle, Gareth Chevelle, Flynn Nolan, De Oliveira and Endich. Ingragia, they've all been excellent today. Tate and Amir Fedovic, the Cheese, have both done their jobs as well. Ingragia, he goes long, looking for the big Cheese. Not this time, he's working hard though. He stays in. He's got time through the middle, and Nolan could probably just run the clock down now. Will he do it? Tom Lynch wanted the ball to be kept there. Switch to Jack Rout. Rout looks up, gives it to Omid Ashragian down the line. The big Cheese defends well there. Ashragian, probably an unnecessary dummy there. Tate. That's a beautiful ball to Nolan, and he probably could have gone back to Tate there in the back post, but that was a good ball from Tate. He stays in, good touch. He's got time. He's got plenty of time. We've got a 2v2. He'll take him on. Well defended there, but he'll take the side ball. He stays in to Tate. There's one more goal in this game if they want it, and this could be it. Oh, it's a good save by Nick Kirkby. Tate, he's done well since he's checked back in. Jack Rout's not happy. This is a Malin's son. You can't be swearing. Flynn Nolan. Tate gives it to nobody, and Al Karahuli's got it. 22 seconds remaining. Scarborough won't want to concede again. And I'm going to shrug in one of that at the back post. Jack Rat chips it over. Nolan, good win. 13 seconds. Is there another goal in this? The Cheese is coming forward. He wants a goal. Gives it to Nolan if he can look at the back post. And he just puts it wide. 5 seconds left. Kopi goes long. Al Karahuli. And that's all she wrote. As the Scarborough Sharks run out 6-1 winners in this contest. It was a great, great contest and a great performance there from Scarborough. We'll quickly run through the goal scorers. Al Karahuli with the solo goal for the Phoenix, while it was 6 different goal scorers, interestingly enough, for Scarborough. Ustazen, Flynn Nolan actually got 2, my bad. Gareth Travell, Matt Ustazen, and Miguel De Oliveira, all their names on the score sheet, so evenly spread out there. And we'll just have a quick run through from the stats. So it was clear that Scarborough dominated the possession and shots as well. 23 and 17 on target, so they peppered the net. And only 13 on target for the Phoenix. So Ingragia played well, but ultimately Scarborough did enough to win that game comfortably. So that wraps up our action for the round 14 Men's Superliga. We'll see you next Friday for another great weekend of futsal.